Next sector to be rewarded, ladies and gentlemen, government institutions and non-governmental organizations. Right, to present the awards, can we have with us Mr. Dinesh Virakodi, along with Mrs. Chitrangani Mubarak, Chairperson, ICTA, Mr. Ajit Madhura Peruma, Chairman, Sri Lanka Computer Emergency Readiness Team, Dr. Lakit Pires, Managing Director, Hemas Hospitals, who's also one of the judges, Mr. Malraj Palapitia, Chief Executive Officer, Sri Lanka Telecom Publications Private Limited, and Mr. D.W.R. Vijayveera, Chief Information Officer, Sri Lanka Telecom. Best Digital Enabled Product or Service. The nominees are SOS Children's Villages Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, and the District General Hospital Ampara. The winner is District General Hospital Ampara. Well done, congratulations. District General Hospital Ampara.
Sri Lanka's first and only fiber optic broadband network with speeds of up to 100 Mbps. Experience the power of right now. SLT Fiber, the smart line.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, today we live in an exciting age of unbelievable innovation, where the progress moves at the speed of imagination, simply driving a vision of some unbelievable possibilities and taking our lives beyond what we have expected, making societies more intelligent and efficient. On this backdrop, ladies and gentlemen, the technology and the capabilities change as we speak and as we enjoy all the features of all these digital marvels. On this backdrop, ladies and gentlemen, for an organization of the caliber of Sri Lanka Telecom, leadership plays a pivotal role. Apart from the chairman, the group chief executive officers, and all other officers, ladies and gentlemen, the political leadership also plays such a pivotal role. Now it's time to call upon the Honorable Minister of Telecommunication and Digital Infrastructure, who's always been in the forefront in bringing all these latest technologies and the best of modern technologies to Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Harin Fernando to address the gathering.
Hi, good evening. I said the podium is in a bit of a corner, so I'd rather speak in the middle. Good evening, and thank you for having me. First and foremost, I want to do a Dilip Vijayasundara style, I would say, the GCO, who's a more of a modern man at SLT, which I'm very happy and proud about. Chairman, GCO, all the senior management at Sri Lanka Telecom, and Mobitel as well, I suppose they're here as well, and all the dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I think it gives me great honor and pleasure to be here. First and foremost, I love the name. And I asked the man behind the scene, Ajanta, why did he choose Ground Zero? As I always say, this ministry was quite new to me when I took over. And the word digital was also quite new. Some people take the mickey out of me saying that I didn't know what my ministry was. But that's fine. That's how the world goes. And I always believe a politician should not have a ministry that he knows too much, because he would completely mess it around and muck it around, and he would just completely make a mockery out of the situation. So I think I got a ministry that I didn't really know. I wanted to learn about the ministry. It worked well for me. I hope so far. People call me the Balloon Harin. That's okay. I love the name. That's pretty much fine with me for now. But when I realized and I asked them, why did they take Ground Zero? First thing that I did also, when I knew it was digital, the ministry, I knew it was numbers. From analog to changing into digital, and it's from 0 to 1. Fantastic name. Congratulations. You hit the nail on the head. Lovely name. Ground Zero is 01 is brilliant name for this concept. And what they have done, Sri Lanka Telecom is the forefront in all these initiatives that we are trying to do in digitization. Whether you are aware or not what the ministry is trying to do, I do not know. I think this government lack in communication, which I always keep saying. We have started many initiatives trying to digitize Sri Lanka. SLT is the only backbone provider and the fiber optic license provider, which I think we need competition. Sitting at SLT, I'm saying it, at the SLT's helm of the place. But I say we need competition to give more digitization to the country. SLT currently has the backbone license, which they have given fiber optic up to 25,000 kilometers in the country, which has covered 25,000 kilometers. The last mile is an issue, but right now we are on a project called LGN, which will connect all the state institutions, government offices, ministries, AGA departments, everything connected, which they will have 100 Mbps connectivity. This will completely change. This will completely change the landscape of Sri Lanka and how people will start thinking. The government officers will start thinking. They are a bit scared, but they will start changing in time to come. What we have started in the schools, people still complain. When you try to make a change, people will start complaining. But I'm sure you guys are IT savvy. You do like to embrace technology, but there is a set of people who still do not believe in technology. But we need to convince them. You guys are the ambassadors who needs to convince them to absorb or embrace the change. What we have done in the schools, what we wanted to do, to give the 200,000 tablets would be a fantastic project. The kids understand technology, but the bottleneck is the teachers. They are worried. They do not want to teach the kids with the tablets because they are still not ready whether we can change or transform. These are changes that we need to do once we have the infrastructure bill. As they were saying, as you were seeing on the screens, SME5 cable that SLT had done will give us 6 times the speeds of internet. SLT needs to still move forward. Services, custom services, we are going to different models. Dileepa, the top management, we all have spoken about various models we are going to introduce. We are moving in from CapEx to OpEx models just to give more value addition at SLT. So trust me, within another 1 year's time, SLT will be in a very different mindset, and how we change and how we service ourselves will be very different. So I'm very excited for the next year of SLT, and I'm sure SLT will be growing from strength to strength. We are looking at acquiring mergers, we're looking at tower companies, we're looking at network sharing, we're looking at all the various options, how we can grow this business and how we can survive and give you a better service. What we're doing today is also phenomenal. It's brilliant because we are encouraging youngsters, companies, brands to excel. And SLT is encouraging it. Hats off from a traditional SLT moving into a modern SLT. And I want them to be more modern than what they are also. So I'm encouraging them to see the personal young guys, moving them. We had a strategic meeting on last Monday. I said SLT has to have an R&D and innovation arm. That's where we will build our own apps, where we will do our own innovations, and we can find the cream of the talent, of the young talent, to come in and work for SLT. So we are trying to invest our own money for an R&D center inside SLT. I think one of the first companies, the few first companies in Sri Lanka who will start doing it, because we live and breathe innovation and new ideas and ideologies. So I don't want to take much of your time. I just want to thank SLT for doing this. There's something, as I took office, when I met Ajanta and the group, I told them this. They took it with open hands, and I never realized that they would do such a fantastic job. I'm overwhelmed. I'm really happy and I'm proud. Just one word of advice for people who won. Who didn't win, just don't be discouraged. I myself can tell you how many elections I've lost. I've won, but I don't know again whether I will win or not. But that's the part of the game. You just need to be sure that you don't give up. I have read so many articles. I don't know, maybe because I just won only once. I mean, I'm worried about losing. But you just need to keep believing in yourself. All the top entrepreneurs in the world are people who have not been academically on top there, but they have just been persistent. They've been trying. They've never stopped believing in themselves. So keep believing. Don't forget that you can do what you have believed. I myself never believed where I will get when I was in school. So here I am today, and I think just because I believed in myself, I got somewhere. So keep believing, and all the best to you, and good night. Thank you.